Hey Global Leader! When leading internationally, leaders have to use a lot of brain power to manage all the uncertainty and ambiguity around them. Decision-making is an important aspect in global leadership, and making impactful and positive business decisions is crucial for growing international careers and reputation. Today, I want to share one of the biggest roadblocks to good decision-making and what you can do to prevent it. Let's talk today about decision fatigue. Hi, I'm Tatyana Fittipaldi, and in this channel, we make videos to help global leaders make impactful business decisions and become more effective, inclusive, and influential. It's true that one of the biggest roadblocks to making better and faster decisions is decision fatigue. In this video, I will explore what decision fatigue is, how you can spot it, and which are some of the most straightforward ways to avoid it. After all, you don't want to be the kind of global leader who makes bad choices, and decision fatigue leads you to make exactly that, very bad choices. What is decision fatigue? Coined by the social psychologist Roy F. Baumeister, decision fatigue is a psychological phenomenon around a person's ability to make decisions. Decision fatigue is the deterioration of the quality of decisions over time after the individual has made too many decisions. In other words, the brain gets tired of making too many decisions and starts to circuit break. It's both an emotional and mental strain that saps our energy and reduces our cognitive functions. It's like if you had a decision fuel tank in your brain, and every time you make a decision, a part of that fuel is consumed. During the day, because we are faced with many decisions and choices, both small and big decisions, this fuel gets consumed. Bigger decisions consume more fuel. Smaller decisions consume less. Depending on the choices you have to make throughout the day, you can face decision fatigue sooner or later in that day. Stress has also shown to play a role in decision fatigue. The more stressed an individual is, the quicker this fuel gets consumed during the stressful period. Because decision fatigue is difficult to quantify and test for, researchers were not yet fully able to fine-tune a way to grasp it completely. But they all know that the effects and consequences are pretty real. Why does decision fatigue create bad choices in the first place? The main reason why decision fatigue is so harmful to making decisions is that it creates awful effects in our bodies and minds that prevents us from clearly seeing the right path. Let's explore some of these effects and give you some examples. What are the effects of decision fatigue? A reduced ability to make trade-offs. Trade-offs are choices that exclude each other. For example, you can choose A or B. If you choose A, you automatically exclude B. When fatigued with decision-making, making this kind of choices is taxing. Impaired cognitive functions. This can cause things like brain fog, low concentration, and anything that prevents you from using your regular brain power, procrastination, and decision avoidance. When under decision fatigue, because you are out of fuel, you avoid making decisions or procrastinate on taking action on things you know you have to do. Reduced endurance, resilience, and self-control. Also associated with the willpower effect, it is more difficult to keep a sharp mind and good mental health when under decision fatigue. We might resort to things like binge food, drinking, etc. in the attempt to gain energy. Unfortunately, we are working on the wrong things in doing so. Easily prey to impulse purchases. This is associated with self-control. It is actually a spin-off from the previous item. When you are fatigued with making decisions, your self-control goes down the drains, and That is why, besides binge eating and drinking, you might also go on a spending spur. Avoid going to the mall or to your favorite shops when you know you are tired from making decisions. Impaired attention to self-care. When under decision fatigue, it is common to neglect self-care and give attention to more entertaining things. And that is why we end up doing things that might even hurt our self-care, like eating foods that we shouldn't, spending when we don't have the money, or even avoid those gym classes that we already paid for. Susceptibility to decision-making biases. Biases happen with everyone, and we might unconsciously favor or disfavor certain things and people. When our fuel tank is full though, you usually have the self-control to make the right decisions. When the fuel is empty though, you don't even know about it, but you might let your biases cloud you more easily and make the wrong choices. Decision conflict and regret. When our fuel is nearly empty or empty, it's easy not to know the best course of action to take on certain topics and even second guess yourself. And often, after making the choice, you end up regretting it later. What's an example of these decision fatigue effects? Imagine the following situation. You had a long day at work and made many important and challenging decisions. On your way home, you also had to stop by your pharmacy to solve an issue with a prescription. You had to wait in line and avoid looking at the products near it. As you know, these products are more expensive there. But you've been wanting a new hairspray so much. You have a simple trade-off. Buy now and pay more, or wait to buy later and pay less. Because you are already suffering from decision fatigue, your self-control is lowered and you give in to an impulse purchase. On your way out, the cashier offers you a good deal on a product that you've been needing. But when you ask the origin of the product and learn it's foreign, you let your bias kick in, get suspicious, and pass on the deal. When you arrive home, you have no energy left, so you end up ordering in for the entire family, and you end up eating less healthy food than you know you need. This is an ordinary day in the lives of millions of people. If you see similar things happening to you, don't blame yourself. You are not alone in suffering from this issue. Decision fatigue effects are real and impact millions of people every single day. Signs of decision fatigue. What are some signs that can tip you off about decision fatigue? A person with decision fatigue may feel tired, experience brain fog, or show signs and symptoms of physical and mental fatigue. Let's explore what they are. How to recognize it. Health signs: irritability, anxiety, stress, tension headaches, digestive issues. If prolonged, the symptoms can trigger other issues and lead to even depression, according to specialists. Behavior signs: impulsivity, indecision, or decision avoidance, procrastination, reclusion, defensive body language. Cognitive signs: becoming easily distracted, difficulty focusing for longer periods, problem solving becomes more challenging, and small cognitive tasks become tiresome more easily. Examples of decisions that lead to decision fatigue. Simple examples may include what kind of clothes to wear, what to eat or cook, where to park the car, what coffee to purchase at Starbucks, and what to listen or read on the way to work. Slightly more complex decisions could be enrolling in training, changing passwords, choosing a book to purchase on a specific topic, selecting a present or a gift, and if you should choose food A or food B to comply to your keto diet, for example. Complex and impactful decisions could look like this. For example, Bob. Bob is an executive and project manager for a change management program in a turnaround company. He had to make a bunch of decisions and meetings throughout the day. His fuel got consumed with all these meetings and decisions, but it got especially consumed when they were faced with the decision of calling a vendor and letting them go. The call was bad, but what happened next was even worse. The vendor expressed their wish to sue them, so Bob had to go to the legal guys right after and decide on the best course of action based on what was said on the call. Bob got home that day pretty exhausted. His wife wanted to talk to him about the child care facility. They have to make a decision pretty soon as the application window will close soon. Bob turned to his wife and said, "Honey, I can't think about this today. Can we go over this tomorrow?" His wife got pretty angry and she blurted something like, "You don't care about this family." Is it true that Bob does not care about his family? I don't think it's true. I think the problem is decision fatigue in this case. If Bob is forced to making a decision now about his family matter, he actually might make a bad decision. That's how decision fatigue works. What can you do to avoid decision fatigue? Now that you know more about decision fatigue, its effects, and how it can show up, it's natural that you might be asking how to freaking avoid it. Here are some options you can use. Streamline. The more you have to decide during the course of your day, the greater the chance of experiencing decision fatigue. So, streamline your day and make it easy for you to avoid making decisions. For example, prepare your meals ahead, what you are going to dress, etc. Delegate. Another popular option is delegation. Delegate smaller decisions to other trustworthy people and professionals. There is nothing wrong with that. On the contrary, it's a wise decision to delegate certain decisions. Remove distractions. Believe it or not, choosing how to focus your attention is also a decision that can drain you and create decision fatigue. Have periods of what I call focus time. For example, if you are about to start working on something important, put your phone on the Do Not Disturb, turn your Slack or Teams off, and remove any other distractions possible. Make important decisions in the morning. That's a super pro tip. During the mornings, you are refreshed and full of energy. Make sure all important decisions are made first. So make sure that those important meetings, discussions, and decisions are always booked during the morning. That's not only for preventing your decision fatigue. Your colleagues and other decision makers will also make better decisions if you pull important things for mornings. Develop daily routines with pre-made choices. Align with the idea of streamlining. Just make things a routine and you won't have to lose decision power making smaller decisions. Create a routine for your coffee, for choosing your parking lot, or the path to work, and so on. The more you include in your routine, the fewer decisions you will have to make during the day. Take breaks. That might sound obvious, but I'm saying anyway because most people don't even do it. Take regular breaks that are part of your routine, and during that time, meditate, do a breathing technique, take a power nap, use that massage chair in the employee's convenience room, and so on. Plan ahead. If you take the time to plan ahead, create lists and checklists for you to use when you really decide to take action on that topic. Things will flow more naturally and you won't have to use the brain power at that time. By planning ahead, when your mind is fresh and rested, you ensure more success when you have to finally engage the plan. Seek help. If symptoms get worsened and the effects of decision fatigue get worse, please seek help. You don't have to face this alone. Find an executive coach or other professional who can help you drill down on your day and find opportunities for changing your routines. in a way that enables you to end your day still remaining upbeat and energized for your family and personal life. Have an executive coach. When you have a sounding board for very big decisions, you will feel better supported and more confident. A coach is not a miraculous godmother or godfather. It's just a person to help you bounce back ideas, map situations, check in with reality, and make sure you are making realistic goals and plans that will work for you in the long run as a person and as an executive. Have supporters and avoid naggers. We have one unique lesson on our Global Executive Leadership program just on this topic because it's a game changer for most executives I know. Surround yourself with supporters. I did not say flatterers. Find supporters so that they can support you when you feel down and push you when you need that extra nudge. At the same time, avoid toxic people who nag all the time and criticize you without giving a solid solution as a countermeasure. Fuel tank check-ins. Throughout the day, make sure to have regular check-ins with your decision fuel tank to see its level and replenishment needs. If you see you are really low on energy and decision fuel, it's time to either cut your day short or take a break to replenish it. My last pro tip for you: understanding the decision-making styles of people around you is useful to help you quickly identify how to relate to and address people's needs and preferences during the decision-making process. This way, we can achieve our goals faster by catalyzing the decision-making for ourselves, other leaders, or team members. This will reduce spending decision-making fuel because you will make decisions faster. If you want to learn what your dominant decision-making style is, take our fun and quick quiz. After the quiz, you can also download for free our style guide to help you implement your strengths. I will leave a link to the quiz in the description below, and also a link to the article on this topic so that you can expand your knowledge on this topic if you want. There you go, Global Leader. Now you know more about decision fatigue and how to prevent it. I'm Tatyana Fittipaldi, and if you are a growing leader aiming for an international career in big corporations, like and subscribe to our channel. I want to soar the leadership in you. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, I want to tell you one more thing. You are a global leader. The question is, do you have all the skills that you need to succeed? I'd love to help. I save my very best tips for my subscribers. Subscribe for free at coachingexpatriates.com. I know your inbox is sacred, so I promise I will send you emails that you will love.